All right. Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. All right, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone whom taught us this truth. Shalom to the brothers and the very few sisters seeking and pushing Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, in truth and sincerity. All right, Lord willing, the lesson be edifying, correct, and direct to feed the lambs of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. On brother Adanya joined with.
Brother, I will love me.
You know, and I was just, me and the bro, all right, we in transit. All right, so, you know, we're going to do a in transit through the spirit. All right, and just chopping it up through the spirit, man. You know, I was going through one of these old lesson plans that I put up, and I started with this precept, man, because our people, they really have a misconstrued understanding, and like their common sense is just it's been all the way perverted, man. That's why the scripture say that the whole head is sick.
Yeah.
You know, their whole way of thought, their whole mental train of thought is just all left-handed, all wickedness, man. You know, and none of that is gonna profit. You know, this is a wicked, evil world. It's a wicked, evil system and setup. So only the wicked gonna thrive here.
Yeah.
But for eternity, man, it say that truth is gonna reign, man. Truth and righteousness. How about you outside? That's what's gonna stand at the end of the day.
That's right.
You know, so this the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. You know, and you know that just goes to say, man, you don't get caught up in this world, man. Don't get caught up in none of the philosophies, the doctrines, the way of lives. All right, because it's all just a death style. It's all gonna just lead you to poor ran down the state. All right, like look at the ways of our people and look at where we are as a nation, man. And these niggers are not gonna change, man.
Yeah, like you said, it's a death style, man. Because everything that comes of wickedness, you know, the knowledge of wickedness, man, it ultimately leads to death, man. You know, ultimately not following the ways of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai will lead to death, man. You know, just look how these niggas are living. You know, you can grab that scripture that says they're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, and verse 21. It says, how long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Right, the nation of Israel, 2/3 of our people are sottish children. And what? Stupid. They said what? They're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Hey, a nigga can tell you how to commit adultery. A nigga can tell you how to kill his own brother. A nigga can tell you how to perfectly roll up this blunt. But to teach you the ways of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, to love thy brother as thyself. You know, to be charitable to your brother. Hey, a nigga can't tell you that. But he'll know, you know, different type of recipes of different types of wickedness to ultimately teach you. You know, he'll teach you how to commit adultery. He'll teach you how to slime each other out, as these niggas say today. You know, he'll teach you how to be a perfect YN. You know, so this is what these niggas ultimately can teach you. But they can't teach you the wisdom of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and that's why Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai said was the greatest commandment, love the Lord, the Most High, Yahweh. All right, which you niggas don't do that. Let's start there. All right, you don't know his name. All right, you don't go to the highways and byways. You're not applying nothing that he say. All right, you're not encouraging none of his men to continue in that word. Y'all don't get step one, man. Love Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai with all thy heart and thy mind and thy soul, man. All right, but that second commandment, all right, say love thy neighbor as thyself, which is a culmination of the law, man.
That's right.
You know, that is love. It say love is the taking, the keeping heed of the commandments, man. The taking heed thereto according to the commandments, man. That's what love is, man. So, all right, that's wisdom. You know, that's how you build a kingdom. You know, not what you niggas do, man. You know, you want that Baruch?
Yeah, it's that 4:1.
Yes, sir. This the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right, all that, you know, come to it shall ultimately live. You know, talking about the laws, statutes, and commandments, because what? You know, the ways of the Lord is a lifestyle. You know, it's ultimately, not eating pork. You know, you'll be more healthier. You know, ultimately treating your brother right. You know, you will have more morale amongst the nation. You know, ultimately what? You know, learning of the ways of the law, statutes, and commandments. It's a lifestyle, but our people ultimately leave it, following their own pernicious ways, wicked ways. You know, it talks about all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, man. You know, because what? They refuse to take heed to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, they refuse to be corrected.
Verse 2, it says, "Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated." And that's how you know you gotta make a change, man. It says to turn. So what? Jake don't have it. They haven't had it on this side in America, man. All right, none of this shit has worked for us, and it never will work for us, man. You know. So something gotta give, something gotta change. But no, you niggas, man, what y'all do is forward the wickedness and call this peace, man.
And that's the thing, living under Esau Edom. You know, Esau Edom gives these niggas a license to sin. Because it talks about, I believe it's John 3, I could be mistaken, it says, "Lest their deeds shall be reproved." You know, they love darkness rather than light. You know? Yeah. Ultimately what? You know, living under this wicked lifestyle, they have a license to sin. Esau gives them a license to sin. There's no accountability. You know?
Yeah, I got that John 3 you quoted.
Okay.
The book of John, chapter 3 and verse 17. "For Yahweh sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh," man. You know, and it's not a light thing, being in his truth, man. You know, it talks about carrying the cross. It's a real responsibility that comes with it, man. You know, and John 3 and 19, "And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved."
And our people don't like to be told about themselves, man. You know, they feel like it's more prosperous for them to ultimately to live this wicked lifestyle. And ultimately, when the prophets come with the word, who Yahweh Shem Yahushua set up to ultimately to correct Jake, you know, what do Jake do? They, pull back the hand. You know, they don't like to be corrected, man. You know, that's why they're comfortable in this wicked lifestyle, because there is no accountability. You know, Esau Edom, like I mentioned before, gives them a license to sin. You know, they don't want to be told about themselves, man. You know, so ultimately what? They ultimately accept, that wicked lifestyle, man. You know, because coming into this truth and ultimately coming to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it comes with accountability, man.
Yep. John 3 and 21, "But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in Yahweh," man.
Yeah.
You know, so, we don't care. We're not missing out on anything either, man. You know, all of this wickedness, the ways of this world, the doctrines of you people, it's all gonna come to naught, man. Y'all gonna see it's no profit, no benefit. All right. This the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, "Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit." Yeah. So you got Jake out here, man. They so prideful, man. Which this is a weak, low down, low quality estate, man. Just honestly, man. Only a roach like a 2/3 could thrive in this thing, man. You know, the rebellion toward the Lord is outrageous, man.
You can grab that. What's that? Malachi 3 or 14. It says they said it's vain to serve the Lord.
Oh, you said Malachi 3 and 14?
Yeah, I believe it's Malachi 3 and 14.
Okay. All right, I'm going to finish out this Jeremiah. Jeremiah 2 and 12, "Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water," man.
Yeah.
You know, so that knowledge of wickedness, I don't know what you people into. We don't care, man. All right, I just know if it's not centered upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's gonna fail, man.
Yeah, it's no substance to it. It's no truth in it. You know, these things that these niggas do, there's no truth. There's no truth in it. You know.
Con, this the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 14. says, ye have said it is vain to serve Yahweh. And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before Yahweh Basham Shah of hosts? It says, and now we call the proud happy. Yea, they that work wickedness are set up. Yea, that they that tempt the Most High are even delivered, man. And that's the the Lord hit himself, man. Look at the state of the people. Just because the sentence against the evil work don't get executed speedily,
I was thinking about
the entire that's exactly how these people think, man. They don't see a profit or a benefit in serving the Lord, man. But hey, you gotta have that vision. You gotta really have that vision to see past this place, man. Because this place, it says, this is not your race. Because the end of this place will destroy you with the sword of destruction, man. All right, it's gonna take your mind and flip it, man. It's gonna, and then shit, you on one accord with Babylon when the Lord return, your ass one accord with the smoke that's going on.
Yeah,
all right.
The majority of our people is joining hand in hand with Babylon, so they're gonna be destroyed with this place, man.
Oh, that was
yeah.
You got another?
Yeah, that's pretty much all.
So with that, Lord willing, Yahweh Basham Shah, the lesson was edifying, correct, and direct to feed the lambs of Yahweh Basham Shah. All right, want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Basham Kakodash. All right, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom taught us this truth. Shalom to the brothers and the very few sisters seeking to push Yahweh Basham Shah Basham Kakodash in true sincerity. Shalom, while calling Yasharala and Abba.